Hi, I'm Amy. I am autistic. I'm a teacher, parent, and parenting coach on a mission to make homeschools and workplaces safer and gentler for all neurotypes. So hi, welcome. Here we are. I haven't recorded in a while, but you may not know that because I probably am releasing things like on time. And I don't have too long to record now. Also, if you are interested, if you're new here, welcome. If you are interested in this kind of content, I would love it if you would consider subscribing. Leave a comment. What are we going to talk about today? Let us talk about, what was your favorite subject in school? So I want to talk about step parents and introducing new partners to kids after a separation or divorce. Just FYI, I use separation and divorce interchangeably. I myself am only separated because we suck at executive functioning and just haven't filed for divorce yet. So for me, they're the same thing. But for other people, there's a difference. I don't know. I just can't be bothered. What inspired this is my kiddo, and I'll put it up on the screen. My kiddo did it's like an all about me. My guess is, as a teacher, that's a really great like soft activity to come back to after like in the new year. I would do stuff like that in my classroom as well. I did actually, for what I did was like a word cloud where you write your name in the middle and then you put all the words, the adjectives that describe you. So the thing that is interesting to me is that there is a category called My Family. You'll see it here. Sister is right at the top. So I'm a single mom of 2 kids. I don't know if I said that. Well, no, I know I didn't say that this video, but I don't know if I said it in other videos. I'm a single mom of 2 kids. The interesting thing to me is the sister is right at the top in a highlighter orange, like bright. My sister is my person. And that tracks because we have this little one. This is my youngest, by the way. So it's their older sister. And they've written all sorts of like little love notes to their sister. And they just love each other so much. I'm just like so happy about that. So to me, that's the first thing I notice is they're each other's people. And like, hi, Timothy's not here like on me because he's in his cage and he's a bit salty about it. I know, he's gone nuts. He's been out lots. So, hello? I'm back. That was a call from the tax man, so I had to answer that. And all's well. So hooray. They asked for a form. They were like, you have a form. And I was like, I know where it is. Executive functioning master. Oh dear. Okay, so, but now that was, oh jeez, this video is going to be so short. Oh well, that's okay. It's a little short love note for everybody. Okay, so we were talking about, this family. So my youngest and my oldest, it was so funny when my ex and I, it's not funny, but like, interesting. When my ex and I sat down and told the kids we were going to separate, they initially it was so sweet. Oh my God. They were like, well, why doesn't one of us go with each of you? And then that way you'll never be lonely. Oh, my heart, my heart. We obviously didn't do that because that would be, we're not going to parent trap them. So we were like, no, you two are each other's best thing and you need to stay together. That's how it's going to go. So we do a week and a week. And it's going really, really well. And they just are like this, right? My oldest one is a little bit more like what I call a dragon kid, where it's just kind of like a head in the clouds, kind of like doo-doo-doo, just doing their thing. And then my youngest is a lot more like social and a lot more present for like what's happening in the real world. But they get along super, super well. In this like family square, sister at the top, then, is this backwards? Yes, it is backwards. Sister at the top, then mom, stepmom, Finch, parrot, and dad. That is good, like useful information, because there was some, I guess you could say, confusion over what exactly. So my ex introduced his new partner to the kiddos, and I don't think they gave a name, like a label. I think it was just kind of like, she's like a person here, and hooray. And I think what happened was my oldest kind of floated it out to me. I think they were trying to figure out where I was landing on all of this, and they didn't want me to be upset, which is not ideal. You don't want the kids to be the ones caretaking the adult's emotional state. So I made it really, really clear, I'm fine. I'm still a mom. I'm a grown-up. This is a grown-up problem. So do not worry about me. I think that stuck. I think that went well. So basically, after my oldest kind of knew that I had like given my blessing to it, I think my oldest decided that the new partner was stepmom. And they told me that. They said, I've been calling her stepmom. Something like this image really helps us to know what the kid is thinking. And I just think it's really important not to police kids calling. I see this on Reddit a lot. I think it's super important not to police what kids call the grown-ups in their lives. There are so many Reddit posts about step parents wanting to be called like mom or dad, and just getting super hung up on that, and the kids being annoyed about it. I think just kind of what naturally hits is what hits, you know? And that's why it's super useful when we get this like square of information. It's literally like, tell me your family. And now we know how she's defining her family. I remember this was a conversation I had with my ex like a little bit before. What do we call new partners? And I kind of said, well, you know, I think what's going to happen is they're just going to call them what they call them. You know, and I actually think they call the new partner like by her name. But they like structurally, they are now referring to her as stepmom. Like, I don't think they would be like, hi, stepmom. Like, that's not the name. They call her name, which makes sense. But then they refer to her as stepmom. I think that's normal. And I think that's pretty natural, actually, because, yeah, hello. I think that's pretty natural because kids are just going to figure it out, and they just like, they want to know who you are. You know, whenever I'm teaching a new class, they want to know who I am, and they want to know what to call me, and they want to know about me. And they're like, who is this grown up that is telling me what to do? And should I trust them? And all of that sort of stuff. Like, I think that's pretty key in terms of a kid's landscape. Try not to force it to be something that it's not. The new partner and the kids are going to find their jam, and you're going to find your groove as a new little family unit, right? You're all going to have a new groove, and it's going to be different than the groove you had as your old family unit. And that's okay. We want to make sure that kids are not, you know, like I said, where they are not putting themselves in a position where they are caretaking the adult's feelings. This definitely falls like firmly into the category of being an adult problem rather than a kid problem. So that means we got to get our you-know-what sorted first before we bring the kids into it. We're not going to be messy around the kids. Any problems or conflicts among adults will be dealt with by adults and are not going to get passed on to the kids. And then also to recognize all of the back end stuff. There's going to be some crunchy stuff that's going to happen. There's going to be some tough moments. There's going to be some kind of feelings. There's going to be some egos. There's going to be some challenges because we're humans, and humans are complex, and that's just the way it is. And human relationships are complex. There's going to be some back end stuff to deal with, and let's let the adults deal with it on the back end. The adults are going to treat each other with care. You know, we're not going to just like start screaming at each other, because there's no way that's not going to impact the kids. We got to make sure we're treating each other with care, recognizing that we all have the same common shared goal of giving the kids the best childhood and the best life possible. We all have that shared goal, and we need to let that goal be bigger than our egos. Just moving. There we go. Okay. So that's our shared goal. We are all here to raise the children, to care for them, and to make sure that they do well. And we just got to let the egos go. As the grown-ups, we're going to model our own, like recognizing our own feelings and acknowledging our feelings and not letting our feelings spill into the situations. Recognize the feeling, acknowledge it, and then decide how you're going to behave. So when the adults can behave with emotional literacy, when they model that for the children, then the children can relax. When the adults can keep the adult problems in the realm of the adults, then the kids are free to be kids. Then we can let that relationship be what it is and just kind of go from there. Is it hard? Yes. But oh well. Life is sometimes hard. And my feelings are my feelings, and my feelings are valid, but my feelings are not going to take up more space than they need to. I'm not going to let them drag me into a place where I am centering them when I should be centering the children. Parenthood honestly is like a lot of just like acknowledging your own feelings and going, yeah, that's the feeling. And it's not easy. The thing that is super, super neat about this image is how harmonious it looks. That's honestly the thing that I think, and I kind of like this idea of like everyone is sort of here coming together. And so it's like my kid is kind of like in the middle of all those pie slices, right? Because she didn't actually put herself in it. So she's kind of like in the middle of it. Kind of like a visual representation of what we want a family to be, which is all these people kind of putting energy and love and care into these little beings so they can feel confident and they can just, seize the day and just go live their best lives. Thanks for watching. Thanks for being here with me. Thanks for being awesome. If you have any questions about this or about anything else and you want to chat with me, the booking link is in the caption below. And I just want to thank you for watching this video. Like, this is a hard topic. If this is an interesting topic, to comment and let me know. And if you want, you can comment with your favorite subject in school. I'll tell you mine. It was, I told you already, didn't I? Anyway, oh well. Mine was reading, and I wanted to do reading all the time. I didn't care for so much of the other things. I wanted to read. So here we are. Yeah. Life is good. Remember that feelings are not facts. And remember that you matter. And your feelings matter. And it's okay to be where you are. And it's okay to take time. And it's okay to feel like things are hard. That feel hard. That was a weird way of saying it. But I think you got my point. Bye.